Hey guys, it's Christian, also known as True Blue Claret, and we're here for another video of the other side of the turf. I have just flown over from Australia to Montenegro to go back to work on the boats. We've got the new Christmas decorations up. I hope you guys are all well, even though what we're going to be about to get into isn't very nice.
No place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
So, 6 losses on the trot for Burnley and things are not looking good. Scott Parker's in all sorts, and some of the stuff he's been saying recently have been very controversial.
I'm a fighter, and this group of fighters, this football club, this is what we are. I think that team at times represents what we are as a football club, really. So we knew the challenge ahead of us. These players probably didn't know it, and that's my job to explain to them. But this is part of the journey, mate, and part of what you need to be. And like I said, I've got a group here what fight, and that may not be enough. That may not be enough.
So that clip I just dropped then is going to sting for a lot of fans, and it's not what everyone wants to hear. You can see his frustration, and it evidently has been quite contagious towards the fans as well. So that happened after the game against Crystal Palace's 1-0 defeat at home, which I thought we were the better team in. We played better, we had more shots on target, we had more possession, and they just managed to break us down, and we were very weak that day. Skipping up until Saturday last night, Newcastle versus Burnley, we managed a 2-1 defeat, which I thought didn't justify our performance. I think that everyone has come to the conclusion now that they want Scott Parker out of the side. At least 80% I think of you Burnley fans that I've talked to have wanted Scott Parker out. I'm still not sure that is the right move though, as we still need to see what happens this December. I said this at the start of the month. We need to give him December, see where we go. There's going to be a lot of change. We're up against some tough sides. Now we're coming on to some weaker opponents, and I think this is where Burnley will show what type of club we're going to be this season. This will be where we know we're going to get relegated or we're going to be up for the fight. And the fight's not going to mean a 2-1 defeat to Newcastle. A fight's going to be getting results, getting draws, getting wins, and against sides like Fulham, Bournemouth, Everton, Newcastle again, and then Brighton. These are the games that are really going to test Burnley. The ones that we're versing the top 6 teams, they're out of the equation. We don't mind if we lose them from now on. We need to take the small wins, and this December is going to be the month that we really decide whether or not we're going to show up or we're just going to go back down and start all over again. After that Scott Parker interview with Crystal Palace saying that we're not good enough, I think it came to the mind of lots of Burnley fans, who's going to be the candidate if Scott Parker is sacked. And the favourites are Gary O'Neill from Wolverhampton, as he just got sacked from them and he's vacant, and I still don't think he's going to be as good as Scott Parker, but that's the favourite. There's Michael Carrick, seen as a possible project. Frank Lampard, who obviously I don't think I can ever see him in a Burnley managerial position. And then there's also the caretakers that we could have in the team if we were to get rid of Scott Parker, which would be someone like Mike Jackson, who has filled in before when Vince Company got out of the side in 2022 and he took the place of him. I think that this is not the way to go though. Scott Parker is a good manager. We need to give him time. We need to give him a good signing in the January transfer window and see what happens. Coming against a side like Fulham next week, this is the time where we're going to take the most of that chance and get a bloody win. It's taken us 6 weeks, but I'm feeling it. I've said this every week as well, so forgive me for giving you guys hope or faith, but we need to stick with this team. This team is someone that we know, Burnley. They give us headaches. Whether we love them or we hate them, they give us headaches. And what's going to help them get over this hump more is just having their back, supporting them through and through. And I think any one of you guys can agree with that. Deep down inside, I know that you know that if we were to give it 100% of our effort to support these guys, to support Scott Parker, to support the process, and know that it's going to work out how we need it to. And I still think we can get out of relegation if we get results from teams like Fulham, Bournemouth, Everton, which I think we can. So let's stick with the faith, guys, and I think it will come our way. Let's recap that Newcastle versus Burnley game. I thought it was a very disappointing performance in that first half from Burnley. Very, very, very disappointing. And without Perez getting that red card, I thought we could have picked up a result from the game. So let's start from the first 10-15 minutes. Burnley started quite well. We were dominating the possession. We were giving them problems and we were threatening. Foster had a shot, didn't go quite to plan, but after that it took a turn. Perez got a red card in the 30th to the 40th minute, and that left our defence beckoning. Guimaraes scored from a corner free kick. Perez got a red card, and then Ugochukwu to end that miserable first half gives away a handball, a penalty, and they scored to go up 2-0 before the half, which was just exactly what you didn't want to see as a Burnley fan. Coming into that second half, Scott Parker must have given them a good word, because they came out, they didn't concede any goals in that second half, and Fleming grabs a 90th minute penalty and puts it away to give Burnley faith that we could get a point out of the game. And then all of a sudden, we're thinking it could happen. Edwards come in and he whips the ball in, and it finds Fleming and Laurent sitting by themselves at the back post with none of them able to finish the header. That was the part that frustrated me the most. We had the opportunity to get a result out of it, but we didn't. But we showed fight. And that's what Scott Parker's touched on before, showing fight from the boys. Yes, showing fight's one thing, but actually getting a result is a different thing. So we need to combine those two and actually find results out of the games like these. So coming into the game against Fulham, I think the highlight of this is to not just show fight, but to show a full 90 minutes like I've been saying all season. I know Scott Parker's under scrutiny. I know the players are under scrutiny. I know we're thinking, what the hell's going on? The world's crumbling around us. Give us time. Give us this December to see what Scott Parker and the boys can do. And we won't let you down, because I have this feeling against Fulham. I've said it every bloody week, I know. You're probably thinking, same old story, true blue claret Christian. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it that we're going to get a result out of Fulham. If we can put two halves together like we did with those 10 men in that second half against Newcastle, we're going to bring a result, and we're going to bring home a dub at home. As long as you fans that rock up to the game are going to give 100%, as I know I will be watching from Montenegro, and I'll be giving it all I've got here as well. So that would wrap up our episode for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave what your thoughts about this is. I know it's a tough time in Burnley season, and it's going to be a tough month, but if we stick by our clarets, we're going to come out on the better side of this. I promise you to get that, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, and please leave a like, comment, and let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much. Bye.
No place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.